I got a honey bun, and I opened it, and I was eating it, and I go, I wonder how many calories it is, right?
So many.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing.
Don't
So
look.
Yeah, you
a
just
full
can't.
a full honey bun is 570 calories.
Yeah, that's a lot for a honey bun.
But they on the back they have half a honey bun.
Oh,
is
so
it
it's
A
really
serving
like
size of
over
half a honey bun.
1,000
But
calories.
no. It's a full honey bun. It's 570.
Okay.
But for a half, it's 260.
I have a
So
gripe with calories and then something as well. Keep going.
the math is not adding up
It doesn't. Nope.
at all.
There's a 50 calorie discrepancy here.
Yeah.
There's
So my question is, if I eat half a honey bun now at 260 calories, and then
You're
wait a
saving
few
yourself.
hours, and later on I eat the other half, is that another 260?
That's
or
just
is that-
260, but you're saving yourself some cows right there, bud.
like,
Smart.
What
Life hacks again.
Life
what
hack.
changes from the half honey bun to the full honey bun?
Nothing. I
The way you eat it, probably. Stuffing it in. They're like, that's 570. Trust me.
260 half honey bun. is
Fatty
definitely
like
260.
570.
Here we go.
Wake up with the Sleeper Boys podcast, hosted by me and my brothers Bill and Dean. This week's episode, we break down the things that happened over the last week. Annoying shoppers, build your big three, best Christmas songs edition. Of course, we got to get into the unknown during Dean's conspiracy theory of the week. And again, have a good time during Bill's Balls games. Speaking of, Bill, how you been, man?
Good, doing good.
Good. Real good.
Week went pretty good. Went to a Filipino party this weekend. Had a lot of delicious food. As the Filipinos would say, a lot of delicious foods. No, it was a good time. Yeah, just outside of that, just kind of living life, working. One thing that came across for me was I wanted to ask you guys how this would work. So yesterday I was at Speedway, and Dean's always raving about those delicious honey buns.
Oh, Speedy 7 buns are.
The Speedy
A Speedy 7 bun.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
Speedway bought 7-Eleven,
Yeah.
or vice versa. I think it's
No,
the other
whatever
way
it is. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the other way around. I don't
Well,
see Speedway
tell me
buying
about the bun. I didn't know about these.
Yeah. So delicious.
the
Dean
Bear
calls them his
Claw one's
favorite.
good. Yeah, the creamy curl one is delicious.
Where do they
So-
keep them?
Where
Like under
don't
the
they?
heater?
No, just
No,
like
they're- Just a regular package, like right off, like on the side aisle or something, probably. Where they keep the honey buns.
yeah. It's just a honey bun, but it's Speedway brand.
They're
Does
moist.
this boggle your mind?
Well, there was a time I was going to Speedway a lot. I mean, this is totally sidetracking off of your thing, but because I was driving to Lansing every day, and the one of the convenient stops was obviously in Charlotte from where I live, and so I would stop at Speedway, and I was always trying to manipulate or figure out what the best use of where to stop for gas, because I had to go 3-4 times a week to get gas. And so what I did is I started going to Speedway, and every month you can choose double points. And then I would go inside and buy a gift card for $25 or $50, which is also a ton of points. And then I would use the gift card to buy gas. So I would get 1,000+ points every time I was there. and then eventually it would add up to get like a $25 gift card or whatever. Usually that would take a lot of time, but as much as I was driving, I'd get one like every 6-7 weeks. But I never. So I spent a lot of time in Speedways. I had no idea that Speedway had their own Honey Bun.
You've been missing.
Well,
out, right?
yeah, since the merger, they have.
Just been quite a few years.
The great merger of Speedway and 7-Eleven. I for work I do the double points and I fill my work truck with my Speedy.
But you use your reward card.
Yeah. Well, and they get 5 cents off because now being a member, every
Exactly.
time you use it, you get 5 cents. So like I'm like up to 160,000 now. I wish I had thought about the whole gift card thing because that seems like a life hack.
Yeah. Well, if you have to buy it, I don't know if you can use your company card to buy the gift card to do.
Well,
the gas.
no, I meant like for my normal gas though. We have a
for
Speedway in
sure.
my town.
Yes, since you're doing that with your Speedway account, you definitely should do that. Now there's only like one Speedway around where I'm at, so like I don't go there like I used to.
Right.
So I'm sitting on like, I don't know, 20-some thousand points, right? Which isn't 160.
It's a lot of honey buns right there.
That's a lot.
You could.
It's a lot of Speedy 7 buns right there.
It's like about 5 years worth of points
for some people. But like I was using it.
I don't even go to Speedway that often.
I was just using it to. I used my points. That's the thing. I would build them up, buy a $25 gift card with my points, use that. So it'd be like once a week I'd get like basically almost a free tank.
Right.
So
yeah.
Nice.
Anyway,
well, Honey Buns,
creamy curl.
So
creamy curl.
That's what they're called, creamy curl.
That's the best one, but yeah.
I haven't seen that one yet. Did you ever try the hot mango one?
No.
I told you about it.
There's a hot mango.
Yeah, it's like I'm
more of a classic honey bun guy.
Well, yeah, we all are. But I'm saying I didn't know if you tried it yet. So, anyways, that's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
Well, I was looking because I've been trying to watch my calories somewhat, not like super strict, but loosely based and try to kind of be a little bit healthier. So I was like, yeah, I want a little sweet treat, little tasty treat. And I got a honey bun and I opened it and I was eating it and I go, I wonder how many calories it is, right?
So many.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. So
don't look.
Yeah, you just can't.
A full honey bun is 570 calories.
Yeah, it's a lot for honey bun.
But they on the back they have half a honey bun.
Oh, so
a
it's
certain
really like
size of
over
half a honey bun.
1,000 calories.
But no. It's a full honey bun. It's 570.
Okay.
But for a half, it's 260. So
I have a gripe with calories and something as well. Keep going.
the math is not adding up.
It doesn't. Nope.
Yeah.
At all.
There's a 50-calorie discrepancy here.
Yeah. So my question is, if I eat half a honey bun now at 260 calories, and then
you're
wait
saving yourself.
And later on, I eat the other half. Is that another 260?
That's just 260, but you're saving yourself some calories right there, bud.
Smart.
What
life hacks again?
What changes from the half honey bun to the full honey bun?
Nothing.
The way you eat it, probably.
500
stuffing it in. They're like, that's 570. Trust me.
260 half honey bun.
Fatty like 570. It could have been like, 520.
I looked at that, I'm like, this makes no sense whatsoever.
No, yeah, I agree. There, like on Gatorade Zeros, like the big 32 ounces, it's 0 calories for half the bottle, but 10 calories for the whole bottle. So why can't you just tell me it's 5 calories per half a bottle? Like, because
Right.
come on, like there's
Well,
no
because
way
if you drank that first half of the bottle, it's 0.
it's zero. And then later, if I say
All the calories are at the bottom.
so you're saying I can live off of Speedy 7 honey buns and Gatorade Zeros and have no calories, save calories? I'm saving 60 calories by just drinking half and eating half. At
Yeah,
one
so
time.
how does that work? So like if I just drink the first half of each Gatorade and throw the other half away, I never
It's
get
always-
those same
I'm always
calories.
having 0 calories.
I don't get throw the second half of the honey bun away and I save myself 50 calories.
I mean, if you throw it away, then yeah, you are saving yourself. You're saving yourself 260.
Yeah, well,
I
I'll
guess.
just open another one and eat the other top half.
I pictured it when you said that, like you're eating the top half of a honey bun, like you just took the top layer off. Like you're not eating a traditional half, just the fat half.
The side with all the icing on
That's
it.
only 260, isn't it? Be like, no, that's the 570 portion, sir.
Just a bunch of half drinking Gatorades all over. What the hell?
Yeah, no, that just threw me for a loop. Bill's rules of the road. Passing people only to get off at the next exit.
Hmm.
So obviously there's times that, you've been in the left lane, going hopefully above the speed limit and there's no way to get over, until that point. And you're like, sorry, I'm sorry I had to do that. That's how I feel every time I do it.
Just
But
punch it.
there's the people, this happened probably 4 times this week already, where someone would be behind me, come up, pass me, and immediately get off the exit.
Yeah. Happens.
No, makes no sense whatsoever.
It does.
You literally save no time because I'm passing you on the ramp.
Yeah.
Be better.
Be better.
Oh, wait,
Just
I don't know
that-
how many times I think about stuff like that where I'm like, you just passed me, and then like either down the road or even like especially at an exit thing, you're like, you risked our lives. Like sometimes because like it's
Yes.
close or they do that. Like you risked our lives for 5 seconds, maybe.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Maybe.
Like maybe 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Are you
Makes
gonna
sense.
hit that on ramp at 70?
Right. Yeah.
Like if you're
Yeah.
doing that, then I guess keep on going, brother. But like we're all slowing down to at least 40 on a 25 ramp,
Right. Yeah.
and I'm passing you now. Like in the fast, where
Right.
you're still going straight.
Right.
Like that's what bothers me. It's like, dude, you risked us
Yeah.
for nothing.
And
no
to your
reason.
point, like when I was younger, like I was a little bit of a crazy driver. Obviously, you both know that. But the
No.
old,
No,
the
totally
older-
sane, Bill.
but the older I've gotten, the more like I've realized like there's really no point. Like given, yes, I will still do 80 and a 70. You know what I mean? I'll do that. But I also feel safe doing 80. Like I'm not apt to race around and cut people off or you know what I mean? It's just like you're saving maybe 10 minutes in the long run if it's a long trip. You know what I mean? It's in the end, like there's been times where someone like flew by me and 10 miles later I'm seeing them get off at the exit ramp. Because they had to slow down, they had to get off the exit and then they're behind a semi truck and they gotta wait. And here 75. You could have just rode behind me the whole time.
For the last 30 seconds. Like I don't know why you couldn't. Not even, right? It's just one of those things. I worked for with a former state police commander. He had told me that the road, like the freeways, are graded out to actually you can drive safely at like 90, 95 miles an hour. Obviously the speed limits are below that because not everybody would take those the same way. Like if you post at 90 and you have some of these turds out there like it would be terrible, right? There'd be
Oh, yeah.
accidents like even more so than now.
Right.
But so like, and I see that. I mean, I still stay under a couple under 80 because I know if it's over 80, they're way more likely to pull you over. And then like turns though is where I'm usually coming up on people real fast because I figure if they're grading normal freeway stuff at 90, 95 and you put a turn at 35, I'm usually taking that turn at like 50, 55.
Right. Yeah.
Yep.
Because I'm sure it's graded out safely that way. You know, especially in a blizzard. You gotta let people
Yeah, don't even get me
Let's see what
started on
happens.
people today. Oh,
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
it was so bad.
Yeah.
I mean, next week is Bill's snow rules of the road.
We'll see. How about not doing 65 on the highway when you can see a sheet of ice? Whatever.
Dude, just last
when you hit the barrier and you turn over, and then everyone, including myself, are behind you waiting, we'll really appreciate your time-saving maneuvers.
just last night, I mean, it was coming down pretty hard, so it was like visibility was super low, and it was fairly slick, but not like bad. And we were leaving, you know, the school I was at last night, and I take back roads pretty much back to where I live because it's the closest way to go as opposed to taking the freeway. And so I'm going down that road, and like all of a sudden I see like there's a big incline coming up, and there's just a car in my lane halfway up this hill. Emergency beat lights on, stopped.
Ugh.
And like I got a car or two in front of me, and obviously there are cars coming down the other way.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is the crap I'm talking about, man. Because like now, like I'm doing fine, but now I'm not going to be able to get up this hill
Right.
because I'm going to have to go slow
Yeah.
coming
need
up
the
to you.
speed
And
to
I
get up.
almost didn't make it up the hill after we were fortunately there I played it to where I was going slow-ish to where if I saw like the cars coming in the other lane, I could get a little speed before I got there to get around the guy and up. And then of course after that, the car in front of me was going slow, which made me anxious because I'm like, we come up to another inclined hill.
Yeah.
You're going to be going slow as crap when you need to be going just a little fast. Like you should take it cautious.
Yeah. But you need the
But
speed.
you also need that because otherwise you're going to, well, at minimum, I thought you were going to make me not be able to go up the hill.
Right. And now
Well,
you're
And
stuck.
they're in like a bigger car.
Well,
I'm
that's
like,
what happened.
just-
That's what happened yesterday on my way home. To come into our town, like there's a hill that goes down and it curves, and I had to ride the curb because there's a policeman on each like end of the hill because I had to ride the curve because every time you hit the brake, your back end comes out. And you just saw all these people coming down this hill, just like doing 3 miles an hour, trying not to like slide out. On the other end, there was a semi truck going up the hill that couldn't make it.
oof. Ooh.
They're doing they're giving everything they had to get up that hill. Ugh.
Yeah. I hate inclines in the winter.
Yeah.
And declines.
Same
Any
here.
hill.
And
in
flat
general.
surfaces.
I
and-
also like flat surfaces covered in ice. That's
Yeah. Eddie, how's your weekend?
Oh, yeah, it was pretty good. It was fine, man. Just same old stuff, you know. Going around, kids are in sports, lots of things like that, man. I thought I had something else there, but I didn't. But it takes me to I was at the store, just at a Walmart a few days ago, and you know, they have this like it was kind of annoying because I was going through just waiting to get to a self checkout. Just in one of the, self checkout line, waiting to see one of the ones that are open. And then there's like some lady who's like trying to give herself a job that day, and she's like, "Do you want self checkout or do you want cashier?" And it's like, she was asking everybody that came to the front. And then she would be like, oh, well, that lane should be open next. It's like, we're all just kind of looking to see when the light turns green on a like, there's no, you don't,
Right.
why are you asking me where,
she's
if I
directing
want a
traffic?
cashier, yes. Like, if I want a cashier, I'll just go over to where the cashier lane is and I'll just park my stuff there. Because nobody is standing here waiting for a cashier.
Yeah, I
They're
didn't
waiting
get
for the
into the
self-checkouts.
self-checkout line to not use
Well,
myself.
that's the thing. Like in this one, there's like comes in from both the food and the grocery aisle. So they kind of funnel into the middle. And then they split out into like self-checkouts, and then there's cashiers also.
Oh.
Right.
So like I could see where it might be worth asking, but it's also like 90% of the people are just waiting for a self-checkout. And you're telling me which one's going to be open next. You don't know either. Like, we're all just watching for the lights. Like, I don't know why you're telling me.
Right.
Which is fine. What, like, that was annoying just because I was standing there, but I ended up getting into a situation because the lady said number 5 was going to be next, and I agreed because it looked like that person was pulling their card out of the machine as we were both watching that person. Like, you don't have to tell me that. We're both looking at the same thing. If I was looking the other direction, like that would be something, be like, oh, sir, that one might be coming up. Anyway. And so I'm about to walk over there because the person's clearly taking their time, which is fine. But I know when I'm like doing that, I have that, you got that anxiety. Whatever. I don't know. I'm trying to hurry to like let people get through.
Right.
But this person's just like checking their receipt and standing there, whatever. And I'm like, okay, here we go. But I'm about to go. And now, of course, my arms are full because even before that, I went to go get a basket. Because I was like, all right, I'm going to end up carrying too much stuff. And I was walking over to the basket. Some person was taking their stuff out of a basket and putting it into a cart because they had too much stuff. And I was just standing there waiting. And then as soon as they got the stuff out of the basket, some kid runs up, grabs the basket, and rolls.
Oh.
So I'm already annoyed. I'm like, you know what? I can probably carry the stuff I need in my arms.
So
that's
I'm such a Eddie thing too. He'd be like, no, that's mine.
Well, man, probably. I was just like, I didn't see the kid coming, so it was just like one of those, you little. But whatever, he got there first, so I wasn't that. That wasn't the most annoying part. So I get to the checkout part. The person at register 5, they get the receipt and they're finally rolling out. And I'm starting to walk over there, and some guy walks in from like the exit side and takes the register.
Oh,
because he had one item. Or I don't know if it's because he had one item, but because he just thought he could do that. At first, I was like, well, maybe it's a Walmart employee or something, but it wasn't. And so then I ended up at the register next to him, like 2 seconds later. And I'm like, dude, that was pretty crappy. He's like, what? I was like, well, you mean what? I was like, dude, you cut everybody. There was a long line.
Yeah.
I was like, you cut everybody. He goes, I don't care. I was like, dude. I was like, you're being an asshole.
Yeah, for sure.
I was like, I was on my lunch break too. I was like, I'm like
on my lunch.
I was on my lunch. I was like, you're being an asshole. And he goes, so what? What are you, the asshole police? I was like, yeah, if I had my cups, I'd arrest you right now. Just whatever.
Yeah.
And he goes, and if I had the fat police, I'd arrest your ass right now too. I was like, see, that's offense number 2. I wish I had my cuffs. He's like, whatever. And he walked off pissed off. But I was like,
well, at least pissed him off.
That just really annoyed the crap out of me.
Well, yeah.
Because, dude, why are you like, I know you only have one thing. If somebody came behind me and was like, hey, I only have one thing, do you think I could go? I can't even think, unless I'm in like a crazy hurry where I wouldn't be like, yeah, that's fine.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
But just to assume that you can do that.
Yeah.
and not have anybody saying it. That's why it feels like I have to say something
Right.
because now you feel like nobody's ever going to say, and you're going to keep doing this.
And the employees didn't do anything about it?
No, of course not. I don't even know if they saw, even though they were eagle-eyeing what register I might have next. She didn't see the dude just roll in and do that. Oh, dude!
Why didn't you look over? Hey, Nostradamus! Why didn't you see that guy?
Yeah, yeah. I should have said something to them. It was like, yeah, that's too much. If I confront him personally, at least he might think about it next time. If it's a Walmart employee, he's clearly doesn't care.
Right. Yeah.
So if it's a Walmart employee, he's going to care even less, I'm sure. But I don't know. I know, Bill, you've talked about people being too close to you at the store before. I don't know if you guys ran into any annoying public shoppers like that anytime.
I rarely go to the store anymore, to be honest with you.
Just living on them Speedway Honey Buns. Huh?
I just have a box full of Speedway Honey Buns and some half-drinking Gatorades. No, I pretty much just I don't get a lot of stuff, so I usually just get small things. So I just get it delivered to me, so I don't have to go anywhere. I just stay home.
You get it delivered?
Yeah, like DoorDash type stuff.
Living high on the hog, ain't you there, Dino?
I mean, it's not like I'm getting a full list of groceries. If I'm going to go actually grocery shop, I'll go to the store. I just hate going. So if I can get 3 or 4 things.
Whoppers.
Yeah, 3 or 4 Whoppers. But then I'll
get
just
me
do
through
it
the
that
day.
Just to get me through the day. I just do that. But yeah, if I'm gonna really go shopping, then I go. I just try to go early in the morning on a Saturday or something, so I don't have to deal with people because I hate it.
Yeah, fair. I
hate
mean,
big
yeah,
crowds.
I'm with you. I don't. We've talked about this before. I hate people that get too close. There's no point in it. I'm all right with you being 2 steps behind, but you don't need to be right behind me. There's no reason for you to be almost touching me. It's just not.
If I drop a pencil right now,
right? Well, yeah, exactly. Just
oops. Oh no, my pants fell.
Oh, did this happen again?
Did yours fall?
Loud people. That's another thing where it's just you don't have to be that loud standing in line. It's always at the checkout. For the most part, everywhere else, it's whatever. You always have your people that stand in the aisle and whatnot, but it's the checkout, man. See, in your story today, checkout. It's the worst. Dean's onto something.
With the loud people, I always think of it as back when we were kids, when they had the what was it, the walkie-talkie phones or whatever, and people just have full-blown conversations.
Oh, the Nextel.
Yeah, for everybody here, it's I've heard some personal stories, They're why are you talking about that on your fucking on your freaking
I have a pimple on the butthole. Why'd you tell me that?
Stuff like that, dude. It'd be crazy.
Yeah. Pretty crazy. Probably crazy your last week or so, huh, Dean?
Yeah, I kind of went out of order there. Yeah, no, I mean, I did the same thing as Bill. I went to that Filipino party, and
oh, my bad.
It was a good time. It was a lot of good food. Watched Lions, obviously, and my buddy's small business, Secondhand Birdies, is getting more traction currently.
Woo! Let's
selling
go.
cheap clubs, and also has a club cleaning service on there for people who don't like to do it, which would be me. I don't think I've ever cleaned my clubs, but I thought about taking up his services just to see how he does. But I thought it was a smart thing to add to his site, just to add more.
You'll bring your golf bag too,
stuff like that. Yeah, I'll bring my golf bag and my tea bags. You know what I'm saying?
I got a club you can clean, my man.
You're gonna need this Jergens lotion for this.
There's actually more dimples in these than you're used to. I don't know. It's a problem.
Yeah, check it out. Secondhandbirdies.com. It's good cheap clubs, good for a starting golfer.
Not
But,
cheap, just at a discount price. I mean, great
Yeah.
clubs at a discount price, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you could say that.
Yeah, especially since he's getting them, he's cleaning them up for you, and
Yeah.
I mean, it's just
Don't insult the guy, Dean. Calling him cheap. They're not cheap, bro.
I think he has cheap on his website. Okay. I think that's what he has on there.
Well, yeah, cheap prices for premium.
It really is. Honestly, it is pretty good prices, even if you just wanted to, like, if you saw something, because he gets like some crazy clubs, like like old, like, you know what I mean, like big.
They got like
Berthas and stuff
spiral
like that.
shafts and stuff.
Right? Yeah, like he's got woods made of wood, But it's just cool to try out, like $25, $30 for just a club you just want to try out, even if it's like if you're like, oh, I really want to see how a 3-iron would work or whatever, and he has it. I mean, it's something you could just try just to see if it's for you.
Yeah, wait till he gets like 1-irons and 2-irons in there.
Right.
The ones that don't really,
that nobody. Yeah. I used to
He
have a
doesn't?
3-iron I used to hit. I didn't look that deeply into it. I'm more in the market for a putter at the moment. So, but anyway, but yeah, so check that out if you're in the market for cheap clubs. But I also heard this story.
quality clubs
Is
for cheap.
quality at a discounted price, Bill. Don't disrespect me like that. How dare you? But I heard this. Everybody's like, anyway, I did hear this story over the weekend of this girl. She broke up with her boyfriend, right? Because she caught him because he cheated on her, and then got him deported. so apparently, right, talk about petty, huh? So apparently she caught him cheating on her, and I'm assuming she like pretended to forgive him or something, because so he thought everything was good, but she was secretly scheming a plan to truly get rid of him. And she told him that she got them tickets to Six Flags. I guess they live in Texas. I don't know where the nearest Six Flags is. Obviously, you can drive 13 hours just in Texas, so relatively far away, I'm assuming. So they left, and she drove, and I guess he fell asleep on the drive over there. And I don't know if she like gave him a Benadryl or put him out somehow.
Now.
Yeah, he put him to sleep, but he took a nap, probably thinking like, going to Six Flags. She's driving. I'll just
The greatest
yeah, this is the greatest day of my life. I got away with it. You know what I mean? And so instead, while he's asleep, she drives to the border of Mexico and crosses through, and then turns out that the guy is actually like an illegal immigrant. So because she drove across the board, he literally can't come back into America because he cheated on her. So I was like, oh, hey. It's like, that's crazy, dude. Like, could you imagine? But I thought that was wild, dude. Like, that is pretty but
could you
don't cheat on your girl like
just you wake up and like, hey,
oh, I'm so ready to get on these roller coasters.
Yeah.
you wake up and you look
bet.
around and it's like,
Bet you are. Yeah, like wake up and you're
Who is
in
selling
Mexico.
fruit outside this window?
was that
Is this Six Flags?
was that
I think
is that
I
the
mean,
Rio
she's-
Grande?
Obviously the story's gotten out, so she obviously was safe, but like you have to think like that'd be like, you think at that point he'd have nothing to lose, you know what I mean, and just go off. I mean, you wouldn't be super pissed off about that?
Nothing to lose.
Well,
he
I mean,
can't survive in his home country.
I mean, he was in
He
America
grew
for
up.
a reason, right? I mean,
Well, yeah, but like nothing to lose. His life. He's gonna be in prison just because he took him over the border back to where he's from.
Think of the hard work though that he had to come to get there. You know.
I mean, yeah, no, that'd be frustrating. I don't know about nothing to lose. Unless
go
that's
crazy.
all you had.
I'd go nuts. Guess who's not going back to America?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Or you just stop on the other side of the border and just be like, all right, get out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just literally just stop. Be like, okay, this is your stop right here.
This is it.
Six Flags, get on out there.
Crazy plot twist. He was actually an illegal immigrant as well.
Yeah, she can't get back too. But yeah, no, I heard that story. I was like, that's.
But then
crazy.
if that happened, she could go off on him because she'd have nothing to lose.
That's right. That's right. Well, yeah, that was.
I don't know, man. Yeah. No, that is pretty crazy though. I mean, and just in general. I mean,
yeah. To take it to that limit, you know what I mean?
it's like, dude, when you cheat on your lady, you expect no repercussions. And then all of a sudden, you're deported? That's not right, man. That's not American. I'll tell you that. I don't know, dude. I mean,
I thought it was funny.
I mean, I could tell you the one thing we're glad is not deported from this country. It's the delicious flavors of a Red's Pork Adobo Bowl. The one and only Adobo Boy.
100% legal Adobo Boy. They are the official sponsor of the Wake Up with the Sleeper Boys podcast. Dean, Eddie, and myself, also legal immigrant. Well, I guess I'm the only legal immigrant here. We are proud Filipino Americans. Oh, God.
Yeah,
if I'm not here next week.
Born in the USA.
I love
Not you. Not you.
Not you.
Not me. We love a delicious Filipino meal. And Adobo Boy delivers just that with their amazing food and vibes that are unmatched in the food industry. Not only do they have delicious food, they also go against the grain of a traditional restaurant and tinker with their menu to bring you an amazing variety of Filipino cuisine. Their menu rotates weekly, so there's always a reason to come back, and that's actually kind of wrong now because they've switched it up. But they have authentic Filipino food. One dish that is usually going to be on the lunch menu is Kuya Collins chicken adobo, a Filipino classic with tender chicken braised in soy sauce, vinegar, and coconut milk, served with quail eggs, Jackie's papaya salad, and cucumber slices over rice. The other lunch menu that they are very well known for is Adobro's favorite dish, Red's Pork Adobo. Adobo Dean. What's in that bad boy?
Oh, Adobo got it. You know what I'm saying? It's no, that one didn't hit, did it?
I mean,
we're gonna move on. It's tender,
tasty.
tender pork braised in soy sauce and vinegar over a bed of rice with Jackie's papaya salad and cucumber slices and a fried egg on top. It's delicious. I eat the ingredients separately as Ace the chef recommends, or you can mix it up like Bill and Ed both do. It's delicious either way. It's worth buying two just to try it for yourself.
If you're into trying new and different foods or just like some amazing adobo and vibes, stop in and say hi to owners Ace, Jackie, and Sunred, who are amazing people who genuinely care about your experience. Eddie, they gave you a little secret to give to the people. And if you listen to this episode or this podcast, you know what it is. But for the new ones, give it to them.
Oh, there's a little secret. Well, little tasty secret that you just got to get your little hands on. I'll tell you that right now. I'll tell you, when you show up, there won't be a secret. It'll be obvious because you'll walk in there and you'll be like, this is the place I need to be, because you're going to take in the aromas and the ambiance of the whole place, man. You're going to know you're in the right spot. You're going to get up to the register. You're going to be greeted with a friendly person, guaranteed. You're going to order amazing food. And at the end of it, if you say Wake Up Podcast, they're going to give you 5% off the entire bill. Doesn't matter what you get. Doesn't matter what you do. If you order your food as much as you want, you're going to get 5% off just by saying Wake Up Podcast. So you walk in, you get the experience, you get the food, the amazing food. And on top of that, you're going to get a discounted price with our tasty little secret just by saying Wake Up Podcast and getting 5% off. Again, that's 5% off just by saying Wake Up Podcast. Truly a deal you can't beat.
Amazing deal. Amazing deal. And to add on, it's not just the adobos for lunch, guys. You got fish balls, you got lumpia, you have a little thing here called, it looks like a soup. Oh, it's a Filipino rice porridge. It's called Lagamanak. And if you like mushrooms, kabute abisuelas adobo. It's a third adobo style mushrooms and green beans braised in soy sauce and vinegar, served with rice. So they also have drinks, obviously, and dessert. So if you want that 5% off, you want that delicious adobo, you want those amazing vibes, Adobo Boys' new hours are Tuesday to Saturday. Lunch is 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Dinner is 5 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. Every other Saturday, so you have to go to adoboboygr.com to figure out what week they have this, but they have a Filipino breakfast from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. And they don't do dinner service on that Saturday. So just make sure you check out the website first before you go. And then the Filipino breakfast, they have sweet Filipino sausage with 2 fried eggs, beef marinated in calamansi and soy. Looks really good. So just a thought if you want to try some breakfast here in the area. The Adobo Boy is located at 3740 28th Street, Southeast Kentwood, Michigan, inside the amazing Myanmar restaurant. 2 restaurants in the same building. Adobo Boy is the premier spot. So get there, get happy, get fed. It's always better at Adobo Boy.
Oh, yeah.
Way to butcher it, Will.
You know, Bill, he's laying down that Filipino breakfast sausage. And
You can also stop by my place.
I live at 211.
I'll tell you what. Yeah, you show up at Bill's place and you look under the Christmas tree, you're probably going to find a little extra Filipino breakfast sausage, just a little bow on it. And that's a pretty sweet little thing to hear. But what's even sweeter to hear than that, when we're talking about Christmas songs, and that brings us to this week's Build Your Big 3 Best Christmas Songs edition. For those who don't know, Build Your Big 3 is a snake style draft where we draft up 1, 2, 3, then back down 3, 2, 1 until we build our big 3. And this week, again, we are building our big 3 best Christmas songs. The order this week is Dean, myself, then Bill. Dean has the first pick. Round 1, pick 1. You're on the clock.
Man, I didn't realize I was.
Clock's up. My pick.
I'm gonna go ahead and take I'm gonna go ahead and take All I Want for
You
Christmas
gotta
by
take
Mariah
it.
Carey.
Yeah,
I think
you
that
got
has to be number 1. It's literally one of the few songs that you just can't get it out of your head. So I'm going with All I Want for Christmas, Mariah Carey version.
Can we get a little piece of that?
No, there's another song I'll give you a little piece of.
Never mind.
It comes with a side of Filipino breakfast sauce.
Here we go. Our little kabute in the city.
Hey.
All right. Well, I mean, yeah, that's obviously a classic. Number one on a lot of lists. I mean, if you're going to be basic, you might as well go with that. And so,
sorry, I have culture.
Is it after my pick?
It's Mariah Carey. Yes,
I wasn't gonna make this pick till you said that, but now I'm gonna go with "Christmas in Hollis" by Run DMC. Who's providing that culture now, dog? Because I love that song.
It's classic. Classic.
Of course it is. All right. Round one, pick 3 on Bill.
I'm going to go with Jingle Bell Rock by Bobby Helms. And
You're also going for the culture, huh?
And then we're going to go with Underneath the Tree by Kelly Clarkson.
Probably one of the best vocalists of all time.
Oh, she's my
tree.
Oh yeah, no, I'm with you.
Kelly.
I crushed on her hard on American Idol.
I still crush on her hard.
I mean, yeah. Indeed.
I always thought she was nasty, bruh.
That's a lie, and you know it.
Well, like Kelly Nastyson. Does that make sense?
Yeah. About as good as Adobo Dough. Whatever Dean said.
Adobro?
You just don't get it, dude.
That's a dobro, my brodo. Come on.
I don't even remember what it was.
Me neither.
It was a dobro.
No, it was something else.
No, it was a dobro.
Okay, all right, fine. Sounds better.
I don't really remember. I know you said it before. All right, round 2, pick 2. I will go with so many good ones left on the board. I got to be honest with you guys.
Yeah.
A ton of them. A ton. Santa Claus is Coming to Town by the Jackson 5.
My autocorrect put it as Sarah Claus is Coming to Town. I don't know if that's the right song or not. I didn't put down any of the artists. The only one I knew the artist was All I Want for Christmas. So I'm just gonna say the song name, and you can pick whichever your favorite version of it is. I'm gonna do my pick 2, round 2, pick 2, pick 3.
Pick 3 round 2.
I'm gonna go with Last Christmas. You know what I'm talking about.
You don't know who sings it?
I feel like recently it was like Taylor
Then it
Swift.
doesn't count.
I can't remember who.
Well,
sang
the
the original
Backstreet Boys have one now.
Do they?
Yeah.
Well, then that one. Give
It
me
can't
the
be as good as the
Backstreet Boys.
original.
Well, actually, I have it right here.
Is it better than the original, Bill?
No.
Last Christmas by Wham.
Yeah. Last time we did this, I think that was one of my picks.
I remember you taking it from me. I do remember that.
I didn't take it from you. I owned it.
And then my last one. Oh man, there are a few good ones left. I got the 2 songs that really get stuck in my head every Christmas, and I'm gonna go with You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch.
Who sings one?
You know.
I don't know that.
I think that's just part Jim Carrey. I'm gonna go with Jim Carrey. You're a Mean One. Mr.
I don't
Grinch.
think Grinch sings the song.
he
If
does.
he does, that's one of the greatest diss tracks of all time, by the way.
Yeah, on himself.
Jeez, oh Pete. That he just
Yeah.
goes off on him for a solid like 3 minutes.
It's true.
It's like you're
Oh
a sour
man.
toadstool. I'm
Love
like,
the movie.
like, dang, dude.
Love the song. It's my third.
My last pick. I'm gonna go with "Silent Night" by the Temptations.
Mm.
Really good.
Yeah.
Really good. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. What,
Who
Bill?
doesn't love the Temptations?
I guess Bill doesn't. Yeah.
No, I love the Temptations.
It's like the
Temps.
movie Walk Hard when he's like, the Temptations. And there's like, the group
You
is
really-
standing
you-
up.
Yeah.
You
know what I'm talking about.
you really brought the culture.
What do you mean by that?
Whoa, dude. These are Christmas songs.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with it, but you're just saying to Dean, you said I'm bringing the culture. Temptations, Run DMC, and Jackson 5.
What,
Yeah, I don't get it.
what culture are you talking about?
The black culture. I mean, that's all facts. They're all black.
I didn't know those songs were black culture, other
That's,
than maybe Run Xmas and
I
Hollis.
don't know if I've ever heard Silent Night by the Temptations.
You should listen to it. You'd like it.
Yeah,
Of course. Why wouldn't you?
Sure
It's the
good.
Temps, man. I mean,
Yeah, that sounds
sure.
good. I gotta check that out. Okay. Oh,
as you're looking at your own list, huh? Bobby and Kelly. Gonna go Bing for last.
Going Buble on this last one, or
no, Sleigh Ride by the Ronettes.
do love
All
Kelly.
right. Well, good list. All right, that rounds out our big three. I mean, you guys can think of some honorable mentions when I go through the list. I mean, looking at Dean's, I mean, that's got to be every 54-year-old white woman's favorite list. Dean had round.
What about
one,
a
pick one.
32-year-old Filipino guy?
Dean had the first pick, so he had "All I Want for Christmas" by Mariah Carey, then "Last Christmas" by Wham, and then "You're a Mean One," Mr. Grinch.
You got a good
That's
mix.
his
I'm
last one.
surprised, I'm surprised one of them wasn't White Christmas, Dean.
My big three, I had "Christmas in Hollis" by Run DMC, "Santa Claus is Coming to Town" by the Jackson 5, and "Silent Night" by the Temptations. Bill had "Jingle Bell Rock" by Bobby Holmes, "Underneath the Tree" by Kelly Clarkson, and
Love
"Sleigh
that song.
Ride" by the Ronettes.
Love that song.
Bill, what's a good honorable mention for you?
Go with Dean first, real quick. 'Cause I'm
I
trying
got
to
a
look
few.
at
I got a few of them. So
Yeah.
taking away. Okay. I mean, well, I think Rudolph, Red Nose Reindeer, is one we kind of left off. Feliz Navidad,
Mm.
Let It Snow, and then my personal favorite, not my but like comedy favorite song was "Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer." It's a classic. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm
Never heard
talking
of
about.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have. Yes, you have.
it.
Have a Holly Jolly Christmas by Burl Ives. Dean already said "Let It Snow." Oh, Holy Night is like one of my favorite
Oh,
Christmas
yeah.
songs.
Holy Night.
I just didn't have a certain person that I like. You know what I mean? An individual. I like pretty much all renditions. Yeah, it's the most wonderful time of the year.
Yeah, those are good ones for sure.
Did you have?
I mean,
did you have any?
yeah, I mean Nat King Cole, the Christmas song. Used to have a Nat King Cole album. That's a classic. And the other one I was gonna say was "Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas" by Judy Garland, who I used to just had like a little crush on. And so what she was doing was I thought was great. I don't know what it was. I was just like, hey, Judy, she's a cutie. I don't know.
Hey,
Oh,
I'm throwing a wrench in here. It's time for Bill's small one.
I think everybody knows.
yeah.
What's the worst?
He just stands up.
What's your most hated Christmas song? Real quick.
Oh.
One you just can't
see.
stand.
Honestly, I don't know. I'm not a fan of Feliz Navidad. I've just heard it so many times.
It's overplayed.
Way overplayed. Like, it's not a bad song. It's catchy, but like by now, I'm like, I've heard it enough times for my life.
That's
So I
fair.
don't hate it. I just don't
Right.
want to hear it.
Right.
I don't really have a least favorite because I don't listen to a ton of Christmas songs, like other than like maybe like the week leading up to it, maybe like unless I randomly hear it on the radio or something. So I tend not to listen to it a lot, so I don't like necessarily hate any of the songs per se. I can't think of one that I'd be like, oh, I'd change it.
That's
You know what I mean?
That's fair. The only reason I even brought this up is because Carol of the Bells came on today, which I like the song, but it was by John Tesh, and there was not one bell in the song. Like it was all like guitar and everything else. There's not one bell in Carol of the Bells. Stupid.
Bill's rules of the Christmas songs.
New segment.
Bill Small.
Nice. Moving from Christmas songs, man, and one small one to another small one. We get into this week's unknown during Dean's conspiracy theory of the week.
Oh. I
double up on that.
Yeah, watch
keeping the people on their toes,
giving them what they want.
Hey,
my comment section is filled with
when you give people what they want, you go to secondhandbirdies.com.
Exactly.
Quality clubs at a discount price, Dean.
You want fingers to chin? You go to secondhandbirdies.com. I promise.
When you talk about giving people what they want, get yourself a nice steaming hot bowl of Red's pork adobo.
It's true. Yeah.
Can't go wrong.
Tender pork, raisins. Oh no, this isn't.
Dean's catching a case of the adobo.
I'm trying to conspiracy theory this right now. So I went with another Mars theory. I think I've talked about it a couple of times. I can't really remember, but there was a new thing that kind of came out. So I'm just going to kind of go over what I've talked about before and then add in the last part just to kind of give it some more context, I guess, a little bit. So it's kind of multiple theories. So one of the theories, obviously, I think I've talked about is something bad happened on Mars and whatever humans were left had to fly to Earth to survive. But there was this, there's an element on Mars called xenon that basically covers the whole planet of Mars. And then on Earth, that element is only found after a nuclear explosion. So meaning essentially people are saying that a world war broke out there and destroyed the whole planet, making us like the actual aliens on Earth because we had to go from Mars to here and essentially start over. And then just to add to that, people also believe that since we're not from here, and I know I've said this one before, but like what if we actually could live a lot longer, like outside of our atmosphere than normal life expectancy, but oxygen is actually poisonous to us and takes anywhere from 70 to 100 years to affect us. So basically making us age faster and become more brittle and susceptible to death as we get older, when in reality, maybe we could live even longer than that. It's just oxygen is actually poisoning us. And then there's this one, which is not, honestly, I mean, it's not going to sound like absolutely crazy, but some believe that Mars isn't actually real at all. Like, yeah, there is like the Mars rover that travels around and takes pictures and whatnot. But I saw a video recently of somebody comparing like the landscape of Mars to a place in Canada called Devon's Island, which is the largest uninhabited island in the world, I believe. And that looks almost exactly like what they've shown us from Mars, like landscape wise. Like they've shown us, I've seen pictures that are like side by side of like the same landscape. Just one was CGI'd to be red instead. And it's almost exactly like, then there's multiple pictures. They actually train for like they have Mars training on this island because the landscape is so similar to what they see on Mars that this is where they're training if they ever end up going to Mars. So it's kind of like, are they going, or are they just CGIing these pictures in a sense of color? And then they even say that the island is perfect for simulating the Mars training. And like I said, if you really look at the side by side pictures of Devon Island and Mars, it's honestly, you'd be like, well, then it's fake. Like all this Mars stuff is fake. You know what I mean? Like, we've never actually been. But then to top it all off, and I've never done this, but if you look at Mars like through obviously like a NASA telescope, or like if you have like one of those super strong cameras, like one of the Galaxies, I think the Androids. Have you seen those where they can like zoom in to like insane distances? Have you seen those? That it's insane. You haven't seen that, Bill? There's just to kind of go off subject, but
No, sorry.
there's a video of this guy. They're standing miles away from like a skyscraper, and he takes a picture of the skyscraper, and he zooms in, and he can literally see inside of somebody's window, like from miles and miles away. Like it's absolutely insane. So if you have one of these cameras, like one of these like crazy cameras, then you can zoom in like on the stars and stuff, and you can like see like the planets and whatever.
Wait, are you guys iPhone users?
I'm an iPhone user. He's not.
No, I'm not.
But so anyway, if you look at it through like the star or whatever that we see in the sky, it like glimmers like it's like a pool light. And I don't know. Like, it just seems like a lot of people think that it's fake. And then there's also like like, I'm not saying like I'm becoming a flat earther, but there's some things that they say that kind of make a little bit of sense.
Oh, Debo.
It makes a little sense. And
You're getting too far.
I'm getting way too far.
You're going too far.
They say a firmament is what, and it's in the Bible and stuff. And they say, if you believe in round earth, then you're disregarding like a creator per se, because that's what the firmament is. And I was like, but anyway, there's arguments to be made. I'm not a flat earther, but they do have some pretty compelling arguments, is all I'm saying. Well, anyway, what do you guys think?
But you're nudging up, Joe.
What do you think? Give you a little chin action. You guys think that? You think Mars is real, or you think it's fake?
I'm gonna say it's real, but the reason why is I actually saw. It's crazy you brought this up, because I saw an article earlier this week that scientists and astrologists are worried because they're finding out that the universe is like growing at a pace that they've never thought was possible. like they're like, we don't know how this happened. So now I guess they're worried. I also saw something where like, what's his name? Tyson
Neil deGrasse
DeGrasse. Yeah.
Tyson.
He was talking about this asteroid that if it hits the gravity just right, the next time it comes around. Did you bring this up, Dean?
It's possible.
Is this
Or
like
Eddie?
in 2029 or something?
Yeah, the next time it orbits around, it could possibly take out.
I haven't brought it up, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's like it's gonna fall to Earth. It's gonna create like a 3-mile like wide hole, and like essentially take out the whole western part of the United States.
Yep, I have seen that. I think I brought it up with the Doomsday one like a while back, like a while back, where they have like maps of what would happen if something like that were to happen. Yeah, but
Yeah,
no,
he said if gravity pulls it just right, the next time it orbits around, it will fall.
I mean, they say that we've almost been like destroyed as like a civilization, like multiple times, but just have gotten lucky. Like asteroids just missing us and stuff like that. And
I mean, that
like,
makes sense,
right?
in its own way, right?
Yeah. So
Maybe the aliens have been protecting us, and we don't even know.
Well, yeah,
Maybe
possible.
Maybe that's why they're under the ocean. They're like they have their own little command center under there, and they're like,
oh, for
we'll
sure.
we'll keep these monkeys from dying.
Why do you think we've only ever discovered about 3% of the ocean? Nobody wants to go out there. Nobody wants to go down there. They know what's in there.
Because
Mermaids.
we haven't even figured out how to be down
mermaids, dog. You can't handle that. Mermans. Mermen.
It's all just nasty dudes. Dude, you can't be pretty coming up living under there. I'll tell you that. You live under the ocean, you ain't coming up looking good.
The Little Mermaid says otherwise.
Bro.
Yeah, you seen the Little Mermaid, bro?
She was surface level ocean, bro. She wasn't even that deep, dog.
She wasn't even that.
She could breathe, man.
She could breathe. She was around regular sharks and flounder and crab, bro. You tell me she was deep? She wasn't that deep.
You got a point.
It's true.
Oh, I know. I've done the research.
30 seconds at a time.
No, but I wonder that, like, all the times, like, you're talking about, there have been, I mean, just tons of documented times where the Earth has been at close calls.
Yeah.
You also think, so it leads me down a rabbit hole of, like, in my own thoughts of aliens being like, we're going to just not let that happen. There's the life there, and they're just protectors. It's like maybe we're in our own zoo, you know?
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? But anyway, but then you think like maybe they're protecting our own little solar system in general because the other planets aren't being hit by that stuff either.
As far as we know, yeah. But a lot of those planets are much, much larger than we are. Like, I think, well, I can't remember the
Yeah, but they're not
exact
being hit by something that's devastating their
right. Well, like
planet.
What is it like? Venus is just a massive gas planet.
And Uranus also.
And Uranus.
Especially on burrito night.
Quite gaseous. That's why they look at us like monkeys, Bill. Burrito night.
Somebody get that boy.
Uranus.
Oh man.
I don't know, man. That's
There's
crazy stuff. I mean, who knows what's out there? I mean, the only thing more gaseous than Uranus is the things that come out of the throat of the one and only Bill during Bill's Balls games.
All right. Due to time constraints.
We're canceling Bills Balls games.
Nope. We're gonna do first to 5, true or false.
Okay.
All new questions,
All new fun.
all new fun. Keeping the gas out of my throat, I guess.
Oh,
It stinks.
All right. Eddie went first. Eddie's going first.
yeah. Or
Okay.
if he wants to.
A.
If I want to.
Well, yeah. Do you want to go first or no?
Hell yeah, I want to go first.
Okay. True or false? A is the most common letter used in the English language.
False.
I was also gonna go with false.
It is false. It's the letter E.
That's what I thought.
1-to-1. Dobro Dean and a Dobro Ed. The Battle of Hastings took place in 1066.
I'm just gonna say false. I don't know.
I'll go
My
true.
history knowledge.
Eddie goes up 2-1. That is true. It is now known as Hastings, Michigan.
Oh.
Just kidding.
Oh.
Here we go.
Like, oh. I was like, what? I thought that was in. You telling me that land wasn't fought for?
They got a casino there for crying out loud.
It's close to it.
All right, here we go. English is the most spoken language in the world.
False.
I know it's false.
3-2. Eddie, it is false. It is actually Mandarin Chinese.
Sure.
Oh, I thought it was Spanish.
Oh, you know it was false and you didn't have the right
I did know it
answer?
was false, but I knew it was.
I figured it was Chinese.
Oh, that's it would be Portuguese.
They have the most people.
And it's spoken in Brazil.
3-2, Eddie. True or false? Walt Disney holds the record for the most Oscars.
Portuguese. Chinese, not Portuguese.
Oh, I thought he said Portuguese.
Mandarin Chinese.
Mandarin. Yeah.
Walt Disney holds the record for the most Oscars. Anyone?
I thought it was
true or
Dean.
false. Oh, is it me?
Yeah.
I just answered. Oh, I thought it was true or false.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he
True or
asked me what
false?
actor.
Walt Disney holds the record for the most Oscars.
Oh, false.
I'll go true.
Eddie goes up 4-2. It is true. He won
Think
26
sound animation.
He won 26 Academy Awards, 4 of which were honorary, and was nominated a grand total of 59 times throughout his career.
Makes sense to me.
4-2. Next one Eddie gets is for the win. True or false? The atomic number for lithium is 17.
Easy.
False.
I have to go with true.
Eddie wins Bills
I
Balls
was gonna
games.
say.
Once again, it is number 3.
Huh?
Congratulations, Ed. What a butt whooping.
Good spanking that ass, dog.
My heart wasn't in it.
No, I mean another incredible game. Oh man. Well, that was good. Let us know what you guys scored in the comments section below. Let us know what you thought of our big 3 this week on the best Christmas songs edition. Who had the best list and what we left out, what your favorite song is. That'd be cool to know. And of course, your thoughts on Dean's conspiracy theory of the week.
Also, the little one. What's your
The little one.
Yes.
I mean, Bill's Rules of the Road. How do you feel? Everybody's got an opinion on that.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You know, everybody's got some opinion on that. Whether you're a
you're a speedster or whatever. I mean, let us know what you're thinking on that, because
And what's your
I
favorite?
mean,
cake?
we'll bring it up. Yeah. Hey, we could mute.
Comment below.
What's your favorite pie filling?
Not pie, just the filling.
Like, if you could eat one out of a can.
Mine would be all of them.
Oh man. Well, another great episode. Thanks everybody for watching. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And we will see you next week on Wake Up with the Sleeper Boys podcast.
Here we go.